Do you have the vision? Delco definitely has the vision.
Hey guys, this is Philip with Delco Trailers. Today we're with Darren, where we buy all our lights, wires, harnesses, everything.
How you doing? Yeah, Darren Lee with Vision LED. We sell all the safety products, the wiring, the lights. I'm here today just to give you a little explanation of how everything plugs and plays, about our LED quality, and about our corrosion resistance on the wiring and stuff like that. So if we want to, we can go ahead and come over here and we'll walk down a trailer and kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at and how everything works.
First, we're going to look at some of our flatbeds. Darren, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, we'll start at the front of the trailer since we're right here. So we have all your 7-ways with the everything is double molded together. So the wires are molded on the inside. They're also molded again here for security, to keep all the moisture. It's for corrosion resistance. Also, all of our fronts, all of our harnesses are made for extreme weather. So whether it be negative 40, 50, or positive 120, they're not going to corrode. Like I said, everything is double molded for corrosion resistance and just for longevity. Moving right along the trailer, we also sell the DOT tape. So it's single layer. So when you buy this DOT tape, you're not getting multi-layer. It will not delaminate. It won't come apart on you. It stays together. It'll wear evenly. You've got like a 7-year warranty on this stuff. And our rating is like 750 joules or whatever in the reflectivity. DOT standard is only 250. So we do wires that much higher than the DOT because we know 4, 5, 6 years from now, it is going to start to fade down.
So these have a 7-year warranty. What's your warranty on the wires and the lights?
Lifetime, limited lifetime warranty. So barring, somebody cuts into it or somebody, tears it up, as far as normal wear and tear, it's a lifetime warranty on all the lights.
But for more, if I have a light fly off,
all I got to replace all that's getting covered. Yep, and we'll send it to whoever the customer is. And now we're going to go into that. All the lights with your harnesses, the way you make them, everything is plug and play. If something did go out, if something did get broke, you just unplug it, put the new light in, and plug it right back in. You don't have to do any wiring or figure out what wire goes to what. It's all plug and play. That's what's nice about these harnesses.
Very nice.
And then when you look down the trailer, we use a one-piece harness. As you can see, everything runs right down the frame rail of the trailer. It's tucked in, it's out of the way. You don't have a bunch of wires hanging out to get tore out. And if you'll also notice right here, everything is plug and play. So when you move from the main to the rear section, you've got a nugget that plugs in together. It's got arrows. It's got grease on the wire, on the connectors of grease, and you plug it right in. If you ever have a problem with the rear, you unplug it here and just swap it out.
If I ruin the back lights and the harness and everything, I don't have to take out everything.
No,
I just run it right to your back.
You just fix the rear. The rear is all one piece. Yep, you just unplug it. Replace
so much easier.
So much easier. And like you said, everybody has different rears. So every harness is made for your type of trailer. So every harness is made to have the right amount of plugs to fit the right amount of lights that you have. So everything, if the light goes out or it gets broke or whatever, you simply pop the light out. There's a plug. You just plug a new one right in. You just keep going. There's no wiring on this trailer.
It's very easy for the end user. Here, we kind of know what we're doing, but they don't.
Dump trailer, same way. You'll have a little bit different rear on your back. So you'll have a little bit different harness that configures the right amount of lights. Same quality lights. Harness, as you can see here on the inner frame rail, it's all one continuous piece. It plugs in. It's clean. There's not a bunch of wires. It's all jacketed in one solid wire that goes all the way down the frame rail. So it's very out of the way and complete.
So do you also make all the wires that connect to the pump and everything from the battery?
We also do your chargers to extend the life of the battery, to be able to plug and charge your battery. We also sell the solar panel chargers that you put on, the slow trickle chargers, solar panels. We sell you those as well. The trickle charger, the battery box, and we'll discuss that here in a minute. On this one, you don't use it because everything runs off the battery. But on these other trailers, we have a battery box that operates the brakes and stuff. And we use larger gauge wires also on the brake wires. It's a heavier gauge wire to really make sure you got all the power going to the brakes that you need for safety.
Okay, well, good.
Yep.
So I brought a utility trailer up here, and up until just a couple years ago, I know we used to use junction boxes. There was wires everywhere on this, and this looks so much cleaner the way it is now.
Yeah, like I said, on a lot of stuff, everything is really clean. You have a front piece. There again, you have different options. You have blue, black, different colors, but you have a front piece. It literally just plugs right into the second piece. It runs right down the frame, plugs into all the lights. You're done. You don't have a whole bunch of wires hanging out everywhere. Everything is continuous. Everything plugs in from front to back. And if something was to happen on this right here, if you got drugged down the road or you got it messed up or got it tore or jerked it off, All you gotta do is just replace it, is just unplug this, put your new one on there, plug it right back in. You don't have to do a bunch of wiring, all that's done for you.
You know, on my personal utility trailer, I have at least 3 times I've drove down the road, I've let it drag, and I've completely ruined it. And it takes me about 2 hours to wire it off. Doing 3-wire back.
Here you don't have that.
Yeah, it's just one cord.
You just replace the cord, and they're fairly inexpensive. You replace the cord, plug it, unplug that one, plug the new one in, and you're gone.
It makes life so much easier.
Anybody can do it.
I know cattle trailers are the hardest thing in the world to wire, and used to take us forever. So tell us how these are changing.
Yeah, so what we've done different, it's hard to do a complete harness for a stock trailer because the way you have to feed it through all the nooks and crannies and through the tube. But what we have done now for 26, we've created a rear harness for the rear. So now they can run the wires through the tube, they can sync them up right here in the back, and now we have a harness moving forward that will plug and play the back at least. So if you do have a tail light go out, just like on these trailers, you can now undo it and plug them in. They'll have the plugs already there. Everything is already, a rear harness is established now for at least the rears moving forward. So that's a good plus too.
Good. So this is one of our older models here. Tell us one of the differences on how this is easier and better than our new models, and how it'd be easier just for a customer when they're using it.
So this is how it's been done for a long time. You have your breakaway box for your brakes that we were talking about earlier. Here's the breakaway box. It also has a test light, so you can make sure that there's always power going to the battery so you don't have any brake failures. The old way of doing it was having a junction box where they'd run the wires in, and if you'll see here, I'll open this box. We've got it unscrewed so you can kind of see what all goes on inside this box. If you look in here, there's a ton of wires. You got wires, all different colors going to this, and man, if you was to mess up a front at the end user and he had to replace this, he's gonna take this to a shop, and somebody that knows the color code system has got to go in here and undo all these wires and take them off and put them back on, make sure they're on correctly. We're getting away from that now. We'll show you a new model here in just a moment where all this wires goes away, all this big bulky box goes away, all the exposure to moisture is going away. We have a new system that all this is in a molded block to keep you from having all this. So number one, it's better for longevity, it's better for warranty, it's better for the end user. If he has to replace the front, he doesn't have to go through this whole process. And here in a moment, we'll show you the new one. This is also the standard breakaway switch that hooks up to your truck. So if the trailer gets loose, this thing pulls and your brakes lock up automatically. This is kind of an old switch. It's been around the industry for years. We've also changed this switch as well. We have a new switch that we'll show you here in a moment as well.
So y'all figured out a way to make it 10 times easier on us and probably 100 times easier on someone that has no idea what they're doing.
It's better for the manufacturing process. It's way better for the end user. And also aesthetically, it looks a lot better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so now moving to the new model, we've replaced the switch now. We have a heavy-duty switch that runs to your trailer for your breakaway in case your trailer gets away from you. It's got a heavier-duty steel coating. Also has a plastic coating on top of that. It's got a heavy-duty carabiner. It's just an upgrade from the old standard single wire that's been around forever.
It looks cool.
It just looks cool. It's a lot stronger. It's going to hold up. I mean, you can really stretch it. Like I said, it's really going to hold up good. And the main thing is, if this trailer comes loose, you don't want this to break.
Yeah.
You want it to come out right here so that the trailer will stop. So that's the look. This is the new feature here. Also, you saw the big box that we had in the back with all the wires, and they took a technician to go in there and try to figure out how to replace that. Here we took away all those wires, all those screws, all the corrosion problems you might have, and we put it all in one single box. Everything that you saw back there in that big block is all molded in a 2x3 molded block. If something happens to the 7-way and you have to replace this, it simply unplugs and you plug it in. You don't have to go in and rewire all that and figure out where the wires go, and it takes up so much less space. Cosmetically, it looks a lot better, and it's a lot cleaner, and it's going to be, for longevity, it's going to be corrosion resistance because there again, it's all double molded inside that little block. There's no moisture can get in there. So
this just helps so much. It helps us put it together, helps the end user if he got to change it out.
Yes, super easy for everybody. Easy on manufacturing.
People tear these things up
all the time. And all you got to do is just unplug it, plug it in.
Yeah.
You don't have to take it to a shop and spend a 2-hour labor charge just to put a new front on that.
Yeah. Oh, Darren, thank you so much for coming out here and showing us everything.
Anytime, man.
Pleasure.
Yeah. I love explaining our products, anything to make it more clear for your customers that you can understand what really goes into a trailer. The lights and wiring, there's a lot more to it than what people think. So I appreciate you having me out today.
Yeah, no, thanks again.
Thanks.